My connection to this place and why I love the area and downtown is my whole life has been built around here. I moved in from Gander with my folks when I was 3 years old and basically lived in the East End most of my life. My childhood downtown was going to school at the bottom of Signal Hill Road. St. Joseph schools were there. That's where I went to school. I think it gave us an opportunity to see both sides of the fence living in this area. People who had money, people who didn't have money, people who were down the middle. I think it was a great area and a learning curve as you were growing up that you got to work hard. I mean, there was big families at the time, 5, 6, 7 people in a household, and not a lot of money. And growing up in that East End for me was that's what I came out. I appreciated what I had because we never had a lot. I do remember Ayers. I do remember Woolworths and the famous escalator that everybody wanted to ride. I do remember Bowerings, all the smaller shops, the arcade. We'd sit on the lunch counter down in the arcade and ride the escalator at Woolworths. I first came to work down here in 1985, and then I opened my own store in 1992. There was absolutely no other place that I was ever going to open up a men's shop but on Water Street. All this whole area, I think it's an incubator for entrepreneurial people, and I think that you get some individual businesses down here, and if you're an individual type of store that allows you to create something that no one else does, this is the area to do it in because you can establish your business and you can establish your look. Never at any time that I never thought that I would not move into my top floor flat of my building. I walk the hood a lot, see the changes, see people. I know everybody down here. The vibe is cool. You can live, you can eat, you can play, you can do everything down here. You can walk to wherever you want to do. There's no other place to be. The difference in the downtown now as compared to when I grew up down here is very dramatic. Once the malls really got rolling, I think downtown took a kick for a while. But then it gave an opportunity for a lot of smaller individuals to say, okay, let's take some space down here and we'll put our mark on it. Since I opened my shop, I've seen 2 or 3 times where there's been a purge, and all of a sudden you see 7 or 8 or 9 businesses closing up. But as they close, within 1.5 years to 2 years, all those empty spots are filled up and people are going again. And as far as worrying about the downtown area, I think there's always a spot for someone who wants to open up. I guess what I'd like to see for the future downtown is more of a dense population living in the area. I think you can still raise families in this area. There's still schools around. As people roam around and live in the area, everything flourishes. And that's really the biggest thing for me.